coordinator and quarterbacks coach, Bill Musgrave. Go ahead and if you've got questions for Bill, put them in the chat and I'll call upon you and we'll get going. We'll go ahead and get started with Jeff Ferrato from Cal Sports Report.
Hey, good morning, Bill. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
I wonder if you could, on the quarterbacks, you've got a guy who's obviously started for parts of 3 seasons, and then you've got a group of young guys that you're trying to sort out and teach. How do you balance giving new things to Chase, but at the same time focus on the fundamentals for the younger guys? Because those seem to be 2 different jobs.
I think we're going at a pretty steady rate in installing our offense, not having to rush through it or anything. We've got a good, healthy install schedule, but we've got some new things for the entire team, not just the young guys. So Chase has got some new things that he's getting some valuable turns on. And then you're right, we're getting as many plays for those young guys so they can develop as well.
And how long do you think it'll take until you start to get a sense of which of the young guys might be emerging as a potential number 2?
I think that just varies. That's up to them. That's up to them how well they play when they display their grasp of the system and making good decisions, leading their teammates, and being productive members of society. So that's on them, and we'll put them in position to be successful, and then hopefully all of them really accelerate quickly so we can feel comfortable putting anybody in the game.
I know you're only about a third of the way through spring ball. Is any one or any ones of them starting to emerge or
I
showing
think
you
all of
things
them
you
are
like?
doing good things. They really are. Yesterday, Jaden Casey went into the transfer portal, so he wasn't out there today. And we hope that he finds a good fit and can get a lot of good college football experience. So we wish him the best. But the other 3 guys got a lot of plays today. Robbie Rowell did some good things. Both Spencer and Zach are doing good things as well. So
you go into this with a totally open mind, not even really knowing which of these guys might be the one?
Oh, definitely. We're coaching all of them equally as hard, and they all have tremendous work ethic. So we've got a good group.
If I could switch gears real quick and ask you, I know you guys have 7 tight ends on your roster, and you're going to utilize them in various ways. But with Jermaine Terry being a freshman, Jeep was telling us she's concentrating strictly on online tight end on the line of scrimmage. What are your expectations for him in his freshman season? Do you expect him to do more than play special teams? Do you think he'll be on the field as a tight end, or where does he fit into the big picture?
For me, it's too soon to know what the big picture looks like. Today was his 5th day out there, and he's getting a lot of reps, a lot of turns, playing our Y position, which is on the line of scrimmage, and battling defensive ends and outside linebackers in the run game, and then running good routes in the passing game. So hard to predict what his role will be, but he's getting better each and every day, and obviously has a lot of ability. So we're glad to have him.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'll leave it alone after this, but for one final time, it's the handsome Trace Travers.
Okay, I wanted to ask, you've said that you want to have past concepts that fit what you guys do as a team, or what you guys have as a team. And from talking to a couple other guys, they say it's more oriented towards what the strengths of your offense is. What do you feel like you have and can run with the group of guys that you have?
Well, some receivers are better at running speed breaks. Some receivers are better at running stop and starts, change of direction. Some guys can really make a lot of contested catches, down the field. So we're always thinking of a specific player's strong traits or skill set, and then we'll build the concept around those skill sets. So definitely thinking players first, then plays. And so we all have a lot of experience in various schemes and concepts in football. So we've got a big inventory from which to select, and trying to get our guys, in places where they can be successful with their specific strong traits.
Yeah, and with guys who have, I guess, played more in Keikoa, Nico, I guess Trevon, what are some of their strong traits that you feel like you can play to?
Well, Trayvon is a really good route runner. For one, he can really accelerate, not just stay at the same speed, but he can accelerate when he comes out of the break. So we run routes that feature those types of characteristics with him. Keikoa, real sharp, crafty, knows coverages. So we ask him to read coverage a lot when he runs routes. And then Nico is just explosive. We just got to get the ball in Nico's hands because that's when the fun begins. He lights up like a Christmas tree with the football in his hands. So straightforward, get the ball in his hands and let the excitement begin.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go to Jim McGill from Bear Insider. Jim, are you with us?
Sorry about that.
Okay.
Okay. Hey, Coach. Just wanted to ask you a little bit about two of the backup quarterbacks. Can you give me a little rundown or give us a little rundown on Zach first, what his skill set is?
Zach is real sharp. He can move. He's got good speed. I don't know if he's as fast as Chase, but he's close if he's not as fast. So he can use his legs and he throws the ball. He throws it with anticipation. Early, the ball arrives when it's supposed to on routes. So he's doing a nice job thus far after 5 days.
And Spencer?
Spencer is a little bit taller, and I would call Spencer a flamethrower. He can really throw the football. He can frozen rope it across the field, down the field. He's got good speed too. He had a couple good runs Monday in practice where he went down the sideline and created explosive runs with his legs. So good athlete and can really unleash the football and get it there far and fast.
How's he coming along at reading defenses?
Good. I like the way Spencer's mind works. He's fun to coach.
And how about Robbie?
Robbie does a nice job. He had a terrific morning, threw a couple touchdown passes in our red area period today. Had a good run, not as fleet as foot as those other three guys, but could still move. He's still a threat. And when he gets his opportunities, he always makes the most of them.
Great. And can you give us what the plan is for being in pads? Were you in pads today, or is it coming up on Friday or Saturday?
I'd have to check with Justin. I know we were just in shoulder pads and helmets today on this Wednesday.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Okay, we'll move to David Bush from Bear Insider.
Hi, Coach. How are the running backs doing, especially some of the youngsters? Has anyone flashed out in practice so far?
Yeah, the youngsters were great last year, as you know, with Damian Moore being
Right.
a youngster. Chris Street has had some good sessions thus far. DeCarlos Brooks from Chandler does a nice job. When he touches the ball, good things happen. So it's a good young stable.
And how about some of the older? How's Chris Brown?
Good. Chris had some solid things this morning. We're throwing the ball more to Chris also. He's got really reliable hands, so he caught some good throws today. We had a 3rd and 4th down period and critical situations, and he made good catches, got his pads going the right direction up the field, and gained a good conversion on 3rd and 4th down. So Chris is doing great. We're so glad. Obviously, we're so glad to have him and looking for him to be more healthy in 2021 than he was last fall.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay, you guys, anybody else? Give you about 5 seconds here if you got a final question.
Yeah, may I ask one? Sorry.
Sure. Oh, Anthony. Yes, Anthony. Sorry,
Yeah.
you don't know the routine as well. Anthony Flores here from NBC Universal. Go for it, Anthony.
Hey, Coach, just wondering, I know you guys are a couple practices in, just wondering how challenging has it been to try to implement everything with, the restrictions and just everything that we're going through?
Well, it's definitely different, but our guys, our team, bunch of resilient, tough, driven, determined kids. It's just a terrific group of players that Coach Wilcox, I've only been here a year, but the staff has put together an amazing roster. So they battle through anything that gets laid in their path. So there's no locker room, there's no meeting rooms, but they get out on the field and just do a fantastic job. So we're thankful to be out there on the field. We really are in this day and age with the current conditions, which are, nothing to sneeze at.
And you mentioned you've only been here a year, but you were here through probably one of the most challenging years of the program. Is there a sense of relief that you're out there? I know it's not over yet, but as vaccines get rolled out more, is there a sense of relief that, yeah, we're able to be out here and hopefully last season and all the challenges we had will be behind us?
Oh, I don't know how to answer that. We're football people. We never have a sense of relief. We're always grinding, even when we got a lead in the fourth quarter. There's no sense of relief. We're hoping that things are trending better. I think the whole world is hoping that, but it's hard for us to ever take a deep breath and have any sense of relief. That's the way we're wired, that's a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
Yeah, in terms of getting everybody on your program, on the way you want the offense and everything to run, where are you guys and where do you hope to be by the end of spring?
Well, we're hoping to be much further ahead than we were last year, and I think we're on that path. We just had our 5th practice. Kyle, what do we have? Do we have 4 last year? So that might even be more than last year. So we're already in the black, which is good. So we're going to keep adding to it, and we know our players more now than we did a year ago. So once again, we can put them in positions within schemes that fit their traits better, which will lead to more production. That's our plan.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Okay, now if you do have any other questions, please put them in the chat. We do have one more from Chase Garbers, and anybody else can go ahead and put them in now if you could.
Yeah, I wanted to ask about when I talked to Valentino over the weekend. He said you guys have introduced a few more run schemes. I know you probably don't want to be too in depth about that with us, but generally, what else are you guys trying to put in that maybe we haven't seen before?
Yeah, we were real close to the vest last year. We didn't want to put in too many schemes. Then, as you know, in week 3, when we went up to Oregon State, we lost 4 out of the 6 starters along the front. And so then when we went with some guys that didn't have as many turns, we really kept it close and close to the vest and straightforward. So we're ready to expand. We're definitely ready to expand the run game now that we have the time on task required for everybody to feel comfortable within those schemes. So there'll be some gap schemes, Trace, where we pull guys, guards, tackles, centers. And then there'll be some zone schemes as well. We'll try to throw in some trickeration, if that's a word, and get some gimmicks going too, because we want to be difficult to defend. And this is the time of year to practice your trick plays, not during the season where they're 1-week wonders. This is the time of year for us to practice our exotics so we get plenty of turns at them, and then we can dial them up during the fall.
Good times. Thank you.
Okay, you guys, everybody, thank you. We'll catch